Hello, this is AM Circe, aka AMS for short, host of the channel Beanie Babies Aren't Just for Kids. Welcome back, everyone. I am here to offer another grand tour of another built from scratch village. This time, last video was Tree Haven, the first village I've ever made. This time it is Archhaven, my second village. And I'm gonna tell you now, it took me weeks, like 2 weeks, to get Tree Haven set up. Part of it was because, yes, it was my first village. I wasn't sure how to place things, so there was that. So, not knowing what I was doing, it took longer, obviously. And it was also more complicated. This one took like a few days. Archhaven only took like a few days. I did take the liberty of making some snow golems, a couple of them, for sure. I think there's supposed to be 3, but they wander, so they don't. How the F did you get there? I'll help you out a little. What? No! This way, if he gets stuck there again, he can pathfind his way back. Dude, seriously, what the F? There's 1, 2... Where's my 3rd golem? I know I made another one. Where are you? There you are. What are you doing all the way out here? I wish they'd make them more protective. Yeah, I finally figured out how to give the banners names so that way they show up on the map. There's the beacon. I only had 1 this time since that's what this is. But this is the general formation. I know I didn't show off the formation of Tree Haven like all at once, but this is why it's named Archhaven, because this is what this kind of rock formation is referred to in real life. It's arches. It's like a double arch in this case, but it's still arches. Archhaven fits. I struggled with the name a little bit. Alright, I'm going to start outside because to be able to show things off effectively inside, I need to wait for nighttime, so I'm starting outside. First, we got sheep, since they need grass. I haven't named the animals and junk at this village. I named all the villagers so that way you know which one is which for whatever trade. But as far as animals go, I'm not gonna worry about naming animals here. I did not do a rainbow sheep at this village either, so because it's not my home village. This is just another one of the experimental ones. I did create a player home for this village, but it's more for me, it's not meant to accommodate guests. This is not my base village. Cows, chickens, pigs, more dogs. I got more guard cats to keep creepers that may spawn if I ever change the setting out of creative mode from finding their way up the steps. I got more horses here. And there's only 1 sign. This is the only sign you will find. I didn't want to go crazy with the signs in this village because inside this village you really don't need them. You just wander around enough and you'll find what you need. But yeah, I was hoping that would actually take longer because I didn't want to go in during the daytime because the space that I built is actually quite spacious at night. It almost looks vacant and empty at night. But during the day it's crowded as F. So crowded. Yeah, very crowded. Super crowded. Oh my gosh. It's because none of their jobs are inside a building. They're all outside a building. They all have their own bed. I made sure they're all leveled up so they ain't job swapping, so that way I can keep their name tags on them. Yes, I have an enchanting table. I insist. I'm a big book person. I love to read, and so I must include a library with an enchanter with a lectern to go next to it. But okay. Yeah, back to the tour. Back to the start. Okay. Another guard dog. We got some stray cats in the area too. Hi, librarian. Butch. What are you doing here, Butcher? This is the Mason station. But yeah, we got Toolsmith, Fletcher Station, Cleric Station, Fisherman Station, Librarian Station. It sucks you can't have a designated enchanter. I guess that's what the librarian's for. What was it? This is the butcher. That's the smoker, so this is the butcher station. We got the loom for the shepherd. Stop crowding me, y'all. We got 2 bells, one there, one way over there for gathering. Cartography station. Ooh, there's a Siamese kitty. I already have one though that's tame, so I don't need that one. Get out of my way. Couple farmer post stations. This is my main crop. Not very big, I'll grant you, but this is kind of like minimalistic. This is, some of them have 3 beds. There's a few that have just 2, like this one, which is good because for some reason that somehow they can seem to be able to clip through this corner here. This is another 2-bed. Sorry if I'm moving fast and it's gonna be laggy. Alright. This is another 2-bedder, I know that for sure. These are 3-bed. This is the little armory nook. The weaponsmith, leather worker, armorer nooks. Oh, ooh, is it bedtime? Oh, it's getting there. Perfect. It'll clear out. That means it'll clear out soon. Let's go into the player area. I got a gate with a button to make it where they can't just come in here willy-nilly, because the last time they were in here, they trampled this stem. So, yeah, no, I'm not happy about it. I got a flower, and it's a sunflower because my boyfriend likes sunflowers. Which is totally cool because his main fascination is that they follow the sun, which is actually kind of cool to watch. I'll admit. It is actually really cool to watch. There are other flowers. I grow dandelions where if you move them from one side of the window to another, the leaves and the flowers will move towards the light and will readjust themselves to face the light area, which is actually really cool. Check it! Amazing! There they are. The names. Archhaven, Treehaven. Yeah, when I replaced the banner, the new named banner, it ended up covering up the little green thingy, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I'd rather be able to see it, the banner. But, yep, just a little nook. I got another lodestone with a compass attuned to it, keeping track. I haven't put anything in here, but I insist on a jukebox. I always insist on a jukebox because you need music. Music's the bomb. Life would be... Humanity would not exist without music. Because creativity is essential to music, and the only way music couldn't exist is if we didn't possess the creativity to create it. And if we didn't possess that creativity, we wouldn't have been able to create tools and junk to help us survive. So yeah, music is essential to humanity. Anyone who says otherwise is ignorant. But this is set this up, this little nook for my boyfriend's character when he's able to play. I got buttons up here because I don't know, it's just easier than putting them on the sides. Maybe I should move this down, but I kind of like it up there. I'll leave it. Eventually, I'll have to see about... Well, Tree Haven's the only one that's going to end up needing a central map. I'll probably put a big map in over in the safe house in the spawn area, the player spawn, at some point once I do get around to making a bigger map with multiple maps. And yeah, no, see, this is the difference between daytime and night. This place is like vacant. Aside from some animals and a couple golems, this place is like empty. And okay, yeah, with all the iron bars it might kind of resemble a bit of a prison type vibe, but I'll be honest, these types of bars don't give off prison vibes. And I tried to make it all make sense. But yeah, the only way in and out of here, at least in creative mode, you can't fly out of here. You have to take the stairs to exit the village. There's no other way. At least not without breaking something and resetting it all. But I definitely added the snow golems here since this is a climate that can handle the snow golems without destroying them, where they can thrive and still protect the area. Though I'm kind of irritated that they don't stick near where they spawn, they just wander and wander. Or, well, I don't like their range. If they do stick near where they're spawned and stuff, I don't like, then they must have a much larger range of motion. Either way, I don't like it. They're able to wander too far. They need to stay close. I still think they should have a tropical sand version that throws coconuts, though. Because that would be fantastic. I could put that around Island Haven. That could be like all the golems. Let's see. Yep, and that's pretty much it for Archhaven. Not much. I mean, yeah, this only took me like a few days, especially after being able to, or essentially already knowing what I'm doing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was actually pretty tricky figuring out how I was going to arrange things and build things. It was quite tricky figuring all that out, but I figured it out, obviously, and it works. I like it. I'm satisfied. And I haven't heard of anyone else who's ever tried to build in an arch like this. Of course, you don't really, let's face it, with the way the world spawns in and everything, what are the odds of finding an arch like this that would actually be big enough to accommodate a full village? Seriously. What are the odds? I just happen to get lucky. Of course, now that I've done it, people could probably like take the time to like artificially create it if they wanted to. I don't recommend it. It would be very time consuming to artificially create it. I know it was very time consuming for me to modify the arch. The arch was already mostly formed, but I did have to modify some of the layout to help make it all fit. And it was a very time consuming process. It was probably the most time consuming part of the process, aside from laying everything out. But yeah. So this is Archhaven. I hope y'all enjoyed this much shorter tour compared to the last video. Anyway, and like and subscribe if you wish to see my next video once I get the next experimental village finished. That one's going to be out on a reef. Let's see, where am I currently? I might be able to I mean, I can offer a sneak peek. We're not that far. Yeah, we're not that far. I'll offer a sneak peek. Get a sneak peek at Reef Haven, what will become Reef Haven. I haven't put the name on the banner yet because I am not set on where I want the banner because I haven't actually finished the village yet. I'm just laying down. I got the reef all sea pickled out and some pillars to act as supports to make the village seem a little more logical. Okay. Here we are. Yeah, a little sneak peek. Yeah, it's far from being complete. I'll be honest, I actually had to expand this reef just to cover as much area as possible because I don't know how much area I'm actually going to use up there. It just depends. But depending on how it works will determine on where I form the bridge to give them access to. I may have to modify some areas. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like shave down this mountain and make it more accessible. Oh well. Anyway, next time. So yeah, again, if you enjoy this and you want to stay up to date, hit that like and subscribe button to support me. And I'll see you. I'll be hopefully back soon, but no promises. So, thank you. Bye.